Erica Adams is in studio with me. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, Michelle.
Thanks so much for making the drive out and hanging out with me.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Very, very cool. Now, some of you listeners may recognize this voice. Erica is the producer and creator of one of our local programs, Tail Collector.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been doing this for, gosh,
I think pretty much since day one.
I think so too.
2015.
Yep, for sure. And today we're going to talk about another project we've been working on here at KTWH, some radio theater. Here at the station, we have been collaborating with Nutmeg Junction Audio Theater, and they create and produce radio theater, the Barnaby Druthers series that we air here on Mondays at KTWH. And we were invited to do a production of Death Comes for a DJ. And when I reached out to you to see if you wanted to be part of the cast, you were like, yes.
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
What intrigued you about it? Why was it such an enthusiastic yes?
I think part of it was, I don't get to see you guys much. I think that's a part of it. I live in Duluth. It's like roughly a half hour from here, so I don't get a lot of opportunity to, come up here and, hang with you guys, since I do my show at home.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of it. But also, I don't do a lot of acting other than, the closest thing is my Tail Collector show. But,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm kind of getting into a little bit of acting here and there. I mean, not like professionally or anything, but, just being a part of it, it's just a lot of fun, I think. Yeah.
Because your show is about all kind of creatives. It's graphic novels, it's movies, it's short stories. You're an author yourself.
Right.
So what's more natural than doing radio theater? I think that's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, just a brief, we don't want to be a spoiler, but Death Comes for the DJ. It's a half-hour show that's placed in a community radio station. And one of the volunteers dies under suspicious circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And so Barnaby Druthers, the inspector, and his sidekick come in to investigate. And so all of the members of the studio volunteer crew are under suspicion. And tell us about your character.
Well, I play the character of Ash. She is the, what was it? The acting director.
Yep, program director. Yep.
After the suspicious death. She's kind of I feel like a little full of herself. She definitely likes being in charge.
But the way you portray her
Yeah.
is like you're so soft spoken and but that's the kind of person you want to look out for. That
Right.
she is full of herself and she's tries to be chop all business, but you just carry her character over so well of what? I'm all about business and I couldn't possibly be an evil person.
Well, you know what they say, always watch out for the quiet ones. Those are the people you got to watch out for, right?
You are so funny. So how much preparation did you put into this? Radio theater, you have the script, but we don't really need to memorize lines, but it's nice to know,
Right.
what the storyline is and stuff. So how much prep did you put into this?
Well, if it's any indication, I didn't bring a printed script with me. It's like I was going to do it on my phone, so that probably wasn't the best idea. But, yeah. I guess I didn't really think too hard about it. It's like, I write out my scripts for my own show, beforehand, and then, those are the blogs I put up on my website later, but those are essentially my scripts. And so I kind of, treated it like that. It's like, whether it's like, even though I didn't write it, it's like, it's another line for me to read, like if I'm talk about a book or something, I read from that. I try to capture the tone and dialogue as best I can. I'm no Hollywood actor by any means, but, I do what I can. I kind of treat it like I do my own show.
Right. Yep. And it was just amazing how, like you said, the camaraderie, none of us really get to see each other because we're all in, I'm in at 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning. No one else is here. We each have our deal, and there's not a lot of opportunity for the volunteers to get together. So I'm so happy to hear that was part of your motivation to be part of it, because it sure was fun, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it was just kind of funny how we were kind of trying to squeeze ourselves into the booth. I was a little worried when, the door was still open, outside of it. I think, with Fran, and I think, what was it like? I think we got at least like half a dozen people actually in the booth. Correct. I mean, did it look like that kind of, roughly hit like half a dozen, and then most other people were kind of by the threshold and outside, I mean, we had a time trying to get the mics here and there, so everyone could be loud enough.
Right. Yeah. So, and to pause. So we all were changing the page of the script so that it wasn't rough.
Yeah.
But, as you said, we're all not professionals, but that we did one dry read through. That was the first time any of us had been together doing this. Yeah. And I thought it was quite impressive. Yeah.
I think it turned out really great.
Yeah. So we are talking about the Nutmeg Junction audio theater production. We collaborated with Barnaby Druthers Mystery Theater Hour, and we here at KTWH did Death Comes for a DJ, and it's actually going to be aired March 3rd at 1 p.m. right here at KTWH, and I'm talking with Erica Adams, who is part of the cast. And it was so fun after we were done with that, with our actual recording of it, and all the cheering and like, woo, good job, high fives. And yeah, and then we had pizza afterwards and got to...
Really nice when we share a building with Domino's.
Right, exactly. Shout out Domino's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it was just the camaraderie of it. And so Mr. Quirk, who is the creator and producer of Barnaby Druthers, was so impressed with KTWH's submission that he's invited us to do more shows. So are you on board?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Yes, anytime.
All right, awesome. And it's not a huge commitment. It's like you said, you read it a couple times just to get an idea. You were either able to choose what character you resonated with, or I just assigned them. And we came in for a read through, did the recording, had some pizza. The whole thing was not even 3 hours, not even. Yeah.
No, it was basically a party. I think it was like one big party. We performed a little play together, and we had a pizza party. So it's like, what more could you ask for?
Right? Exactly. Yeah. It was really, really cool. So as I said, that is going to be aired, the premiere broadcast, on Monday, March 3rd at 1 p.m. And Erica, thank you so much for being on board with it. And you're always just so quick to, if there's a shout out for something, you're like, yeah, I'll be part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. It was fun.
It was, And I'm happy that we were invited to do more. So that's very cool.
Just next time we need to remember to get a group photo.
I know.
We need to do that.
I know. When we were done, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had my camera, but there was a lot of stuff going on. But
it's okay. It was kind of chaotic, to be fair. It's all right. There will be others. Fingers crossed. Hopefully there will be others, and then we can, remember that stuff.
Right. Exactly. Yep. I love how you say chaos, but it was a party.
Oh yeah, I mean that in the best way.
Yep, I know. Yes. I love it. Love it.
Chaos isn't all bad. It was a lot of fun. I really hope to be a part of it more in the future.
Sweet. Well, before I let you go, why don't we give a plug for your next episode, when that's coming up, and what it's going to be covering on Tail Collector?
Okay. Let's see. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow. My latest episode is on the Disney Channel series So Weird.
Ooh.
That was from the 90s and 2000s. And I think this weekend will be the final airing of that, this Friday and Sunday. And then in March, I'll have a brand new episode to present.
All right. Awesome. And you're so thorough, and it's so engaging. Sometimes I have no idea what medium you're talking about, but you are so good at bringing us in and getting us involved in what you're talking about. So listeners, if you haven't tuned in to Tale Collectors, Friday at
2 o'clock and then Sunday at 2:30.
Excellent. Thank you, Erica.
You're very welcome. Thank you for letting me come in here and speak.
Well, yeah, definitely. And thanks for being part of Barnaby Druthers' Death Comes for the DJ. Mm-hmm. And that will be premiered here on KTWH Monday, March 3rd at 1 p.m. And I'm actually going to be talking with the creator, Mr. Quirk, next Thursday on my Coffee Talk. So tune in and get the scoop of the creator of Barnaby Druthers.